Good day everyone, my name is Mary Fatima Sosa and for today I will be demonstrating on how to care for a post-mortem um, for a deceased patient or post-mortem patient. So the first step is to confirm to the doctor of if the patient is dead or confirm to the doctor the death of the patient and allow the doctor to inform the patient's family of their passing. And then, after that's done, we can now ask the patient's family if they want to participate in the postmortem care and place a sign on the patient's room door and provide privacy. So assuming that I have closed all the curtains at the door of the patient's room, we can now prepare our materials such as cotton balls, something to prevent patient's jaw drop, um, a Ziploc bag, the patient's name tag, clean gloves, towels, and basin with water and soap. So, after preparing our materials, we have to do hand hygiene and put on our clean gloves. Okay, after putting on clean gloves, we have to adjust the bed or the height of the patient's bed to our comfortable working height, which is usually elbow height. So assuming that I have adjusted the patient's bed, we now have to remove all the patient's accessories, if they have any, um, ID, IV line, catheter, and the wristband, and if they have any accessories, we have to put them in this bag and put the patient's name in it, so we can later on give it to the patient's family. Put the patient's name in the bag so it won't get lost and we can hand it over to the family later. And then after that's done, we have to close the patient's eyes and mouth if they are open. Okay, after that's done, we have to perform bed bath. So we first have to, this is basin with water and soap. We have to first clean the patient's upper extremities, such as their head, their arms, and their lower extremities, such as their legs. Okay, even though the patient is deceased, we still have to give proper and gentle care to the patient. Okay, after that's done, you have to clean the patient's back. And for this part, you can ask another nurse's help to lift the patient onto their side because they are deceased, so they can be very heavy. Okay, then clean their back. After cleaning the patient's back, we have to return them to their back, lying on their back, so we can continue the care. Okay. So after giving the patient their bed bath, we have to put cotton on their eyes, their nose, and their ears. So after that's done, we have to prevent jaw drop. Okay, so the reason for putting cotton on the patient's eyes, ears, and nose because that is usually where the body fluids leak after a person lies. And putting this, tying this around the patient's face prevents jaw drop. So after that, we have to remove the patient's pillow. Remove the patient's pillow from under them. So we can put on shroud. Okay. So depending on the hospital, some hospital likes or wants the patient naked when transporting to the morgue. So you have to clarify that. So before putting on the shroud, you have to put this onto the patient's big toe. This is their nameplate. You have to um, put this on their big toe. So this indicates their identity. So now you can put on the shroud. Okay. So you have to pin this down, this shroud, so that it won't move away from the patient's body. We have to pin this down. So assuming that it is pinned down, we have to put another nameplate of the patient so that the patient's identity won't be confused. Okay, so you are now done with caring for the postmortem patient. You can now remove our gloves and do hand hygiene. Okay. After that, we have to document the things that we have done to the patient